We are back. Welcome to Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe. And my next guest here is a longtime friend. We've known each other for over 10 years. We won't admit to anything more than that. But Mr. Neil Merrick, sir.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Pleasure to have you on. Me and Neil go back to back before Coffee Bean, back before.
Oh, so back. I was taking us way back.
There was a little shop that was called, oh my gosh, it was down there in the, oh my gosh, what was the name of it?
We had the Cafe Roma,
Cafe Roma, Cafe Copio, Cafe Roma.
Yeah.
Cafe Roma. And Ricky Cheese just walked in. Yay! Welcome, Ricky. Thank you so much. You're going to have a lettuce wrap made by Chamika.
I'm working on it right now.
So, Neil and I managed to stay friends throughout the years because we lost track of a lot of people. But most of us, for the most part, I mean, there's a good group of us, about 30, 40 of us that we are, and we still can kind of keep in contact with each other.
Yeah, we really are like there is a group in Vegas, like the Vegas Literati,
Right.
They really do stick together through the course of time.
Yes. But you have a wonderful event that you throw every Thanksgiving.
That's right.
That's really, really helped in regards to keeping us all together.
Yeah, every year we throw what we call Lost Boys Thanksgiving.
Lost Boys, yes.
Yeah, and that's it's a tradition that was handed down from my mother.
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving came around, and she would love to have all of the people come over, and not everybody has families because everybody in Vegas is transplants for the most part.
That's true.
So she would get together and start cooking, on Monday, and then come Thursday, there's a giant feast, and like 100 people would show up, all my friends and all of their friends, and everybody was welcome. And so that's just a thing that we carried on.
Let me tell you, he carries it on in style. This gentleman, when I say he puts out a spread, he puts out a spread. Okay? He has a huge kitchen, and it is stuffed wall to wall with food, different types of food. The bar in the middle, different types of food. The kitchen island is filled with different types of food. Most of it he's cooked himself, but he also but people can bring their own food in a potluck type of a way.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have more than one professional chef that comes in as part of our crew.
I could tell by the taste of the food. It's like you can tell somebody who knew how to cook put this stuff together. Okay, take my word for it because I know my food. Beautiful house. And you are also a small business owner, correct?
It's true. I am. My partner and I own Blue Diamond Vapors. It's a Las Vegas vapor shop. We specialize in e-liquid and devices with you.
So Blue Diamond Vapors is the name.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you guys located?
We're here in town in Las Vegas on Rainbow and Warm Springs.
Oh, Rainbow and Warm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Yep. Well, then everyone knows where that's at. So that's interesting, though, because Rainbow and Warm Springs, I guess that is kind of Blue Diamond territory, though, huh?
It is.
Yeah, okay, because I was like, well, how did that go? Well, I was like, yeah, you're over enough, because I was thinking Rainbow, but I wasn't thinking...
the city kind of expanded around. Blue Diamond blew up recently. It was just a desert before. So,
right, that's true. We go way back. We're old-time Las Vegas, so we know when there was nothing but desert out there, okay?
One of the best things about our relationship that people may not know is the ability to come together and experience the things that we've experienced. Your ability to come in and bring things from a metaphysical level have provided us a great deal of insight over the years. And
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
One of my favorite things and one of my best party tricks, as it were, was to have Locq come and do concierge fortune telling at one of my party events.
Yes.
And we throw a pretty big party, so it's 70, 80, 100 people there. And
that was a 4th of July one I remember particularly because that kept me busy. That 4th of July was
a good time.
It was excellent time.
And like one of the most requested things to come back from the parties was that they would love Locq to come back and read fortunes again. It was like so much fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I try to keep it entertaining and enlightening. One of the things that no matter what you do in life, you will get a person that says, "Oh, I don't want to because," or "I'm afraid to because." I don't care if you're a carpenter. I don't care if you're a lawyer. I don't care if you're a doctor. someone will find a reason to disavail themselves of your services. Okay. In the psychic business, it's like, oh, I don't want to hear anything bad. Or, I don't want to hear I'm going to die. Okay. Well, first of all, as a business plan, I do not know of one psychic that has become profitable by killing off their clients one by one. It just doesn't. It's not in our best interest to talk to you about how and when you're going to die. Okay? We'd rather talk to you about how better to live your life, okay? And then the objection is, oh, I don't, I don't want to believe in that. I was like, you know what, though? I would rather not believe in Calvin Klein, but you're probably wearing his underwear.
Right.
If you were willing to take just as much time as you invested to buy that underwear, investing it in yourself and talking to a stranger about you and your life, how's that for a mentality? Because I have no other interest other than trying to get you to the better part of your life. But as opposed to doing that, you'll go out and buy that pair of Calvin Klein underwear because you can take a selfie in it.
Who doesn't like selfies?
Who doesn't like selfies? I've been known to do occasional of them. I'm not downing selfie or the selfie industry, nor am I trying to take on Calvin Klein. Please, I'm not, okay? Not there yet. But yeah, so that's what I try to do. But yeah, it's an interesting. I like though your perspective of watching me do it and seeing.
Fantastic, so much fun, and for us, it's everybody enjoys when you're there, and they enjoy what you do. And everybody has a great time. And then afterwards, there's some drinks. So.
And in between, and sometimes before.
Right.
You'll love the drunken psychic thing that I do. Boy, I'll really read you then.
It's way better than a drinking game.
It's much better than a drinking game. And I always win. No. So now your house is beautiful. It's located up in an area of Las Vegas near the Blue Diamond area and everything. Mm-hmm. You told me, I'm not sure whether it was you, but I do remember I heard the story at your house, and I'm pretty sure you were like in the area. But it's a very amusing story. So if you remember it, I'd love for you to retell it. But it has to do with a certain billionaire. And his dealings with the homeowners association. Do you remember that?
I do remember.
Please retell. This is classic. I love this story.
One of our friends is the homeowners association manager, where Mr. Sheldon Adelson lives.
Yes.
And Sheldon Adelson, people know he's a very busy man. He comes and goes all times of day and night. But his neighbors were very inconvenienced by his use of helicopter.
Fly in by helicopter, in and out of your home, in the middle of a homeowners association.
So the homeowners and the neighbors of Sheldon Adelson became very upset and distraught. They contacted the homeowners association. They said, "You got to stop him. You got to do something. He's got to quit." So they got together and they decided they levied the biggest fine they could to Sheldon Adelson. It was $20,000 a week. And they were like, "Here's your deal. You stop coming in on the helicopter during except during the day. Mm-hmm. Once you break the noise ordinance, your thing. And it's like, otherwise we're going to fine you." And Sheldon Adelson sent his lawyer to the homeowners association with a briefcase.
Well, he didn't get it. They didn't get a response from him.
Yeah.
So that's when they decided to up it.
Yeah.
To that price to try and get his attention. And so then this is when the lawyer comes in. So
the lawyer shows up with an attaché case and opens it. Inside it is a check, and the check is for $1 million. And he says, "Here, Mr. Allison would like you to let us know when that runs out."
So, needless to say, that helicopter is still flying in and out,
and sometimes it's good to be the king, right?
Yeah. Apparently, in his case, it's very good to be king.
Right.
And like I was saying, well, they can use that $1 million to buy all the homeowners a pair of earplugs.
That's right.
You get some earplugs. You get some earplugs. You get some earplugs. Everyone gets earplugs. Hey, Oprah. So, really wonderful having you on. Actually, I would want to have you on the next segment because we're going to talk about Blue Diamond Vapors, and we're going to have your business partner on, and we're going to get to talk a little bit more about you.
Fantastic.
Thanks for letting me talk about me, though. Love that subject.